That's an annoying noise, isn't it? I might have to move it to the carpet. I'm going to move it to the carpet before I get irritable. I think it's actually the machine that's making that noise, but I can't really complain considering I picked this up for 20 quid. Let's see if I put this, under here, theoretically the rubber should absorb that bling blong clang gling blong, whatever the bloody hell's going on. Okay, so welcome to the new cardio room. As you can see, the carpet definitely needs a makeover. The whole room needs a makeover. So it's a project in the making. I managed to pick this little cardio bike or exercise bike up for 20 quid. Cheap as chips. It's definitely seen better days. So an upgrade would be nice. But for now, until I can afford it, this shall do. Today is the day after I did some squats, bench press and deadlifts. Today is chest day, aka bench focus day. I do wish I chose one with a cup holder. However, beggars can't be choosers. Right now, I'm working up to a heart rate of around 125 to 130 beats per minute. I'll be doing this for 10 to 20, maybe even 30 minutes. Cardio is something that I have neglected for a very long time, but I think the cardiovascular benefits would carry over very well to high rep sets, because only 3 or 4 years ago I was around 10 kilos lighter. Since then I've bulked up to 93 kilos or 200 pounds, maybe a bit over that, and I've maintained that weight for around a year now. But the weight gain has definitely shown its face to me in terms of getting out of breath easier and feeling heavier in general. I feel a bit more sluggish during my day-to-day activities, which is where this idea sprung from, buying myself a little cardio bike and converting my extra bedroom into a small cardiovascular / workspace. I think I'll also have a little rack ahead of me with some resistance bands and loop bands. I'm honestly surprised that the heart rate monitor works on this thing. I'm pretty sure the lovely elderly woman that I bought this off of said it was around 20 years old, which is probably older than some of you guys and the very small percentage of girls that watch my content. Isn't that mad, hey? I think I need to turn the resistance up to the maximum level so I can get my heart rate going a bit more. I am working up a sweat. My heart is going. I think another issue with this bike, aside the lack of bottle holder, is the magnet isn't exactly as strong as it used to be. So every now and then it slips. But again, I can't argue with a 20 quid exercise bike. 2 or 3 months from now, I think I'll upgrade. But again, until then, beggars can't be choosers. That noise is doing my head in. I've currently been doing this for around 8 minutes now. I think I'll definitely top it off at 20 minutes. That sounds like a very good amount of time on the exercise bike. My pulse is currently sitting around 110 beats per minute. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit, get the heart pumping a bit more. Try to ignore that really annoying noise. Although I mainly focus on strength and lifting as much weight as possible, I think neglecting my cardiovascular health will only jeopardise my progress in the future. And I think that applies not only to strength training, but other types of training like bodybuilding. I know a lot of you guys follow me for power building or powerlifting and bodybuilding. So I think I'm going to advise the very small audience that I have, however, very valuable audience that I have, to jump on a bicycle in the gym for 20 minutes a day, maybe even an incline walk on the treadmill, or if you've got an actual cycle, go for a 20-minute cycle. It doesn't have to be incredibly intense, like John Wick style, trying to get away from your enemy. Just enough to get the heart going, build up a little sweat. As much as I love strength training, there is something very fulfilling about working up a sweat. I feel like it almost cleanses the body of the toxins within it. Talking about toxins, I've got my shake on deck. We've got some Optimal Nutrition lemon and lime powdered protein, the isolate type, the one that basically tastes like a very sweet juice. I've also thrown in 10 grams of creatine because I'm now rerunning creatine again. I've been off of creatine for around a month now, and I'm reintroducing it by blasting it, as they say. So I'll stick to 10 grams of creatine for a week and then lower it down to between 5 and 7 grams, because personally I react very well to between 5 and 7 grams of creatine. I do also react very well to 10 grams of creatine. So for me, 5 to 7 grams is the perfect dose of creatine. Everyone is different. Every individual reacts differently to creatine. It recommends 5 grams of creatine, but for you, you might need 5 to 10. So if you find that you've ran creatine for a month at 5 grams and you don't see too much of a significant increase in strength and size, bearing in mind the size is put on by water weight, which is why you need to drink at least 8 cups of water a day with it, then up your dose. That is my recommendation for you. Creatine is no miracle supplement. It's not like steroids that tenfolds your body's ability to recover, which means you can increase the intensity and increase the volume by a ton. Creatine is simply there to give you a subtle aid. Anyway, enough ranting. I'm going to finish up my cardio, finish up my protein/creatine shake, and indulge in a 500 to 700 calorie meal, and then head to the gym. First exercise of the day was bench press. I worked up to a triple at RPE 6. I managed 142.5 kilos. Yesterday when I did bench press, I think I overshot the RPE because today I felt quite sore and my strength wasn't at 100%. I then dropped down to 120 kilos and performed 5 sets of 4. Moving on to incline bench presses, I worked up to 3 sets of 8 reps. I managed 100 kilos. I usually do Smith machine incline bench presses, but January being New Year, New Me month,
means that peak times become a lot busier than usual. I do encourage people to start the gym, to get fit, strong and healthy, to lose weight, whatever their goal is, even for just general health. But it's bloody frustrating having to wait 20 minutes just to use a machine. So I'm either going to have to start going really early in the morning when people are still in bed, or I'm going to have to invest into a new gym membership, so I have the option of 2 places to go if one place is busier than the other. Moving on to pec deck, I did 3 sets of 20 reps, getting a good stretch and a good squeeze out of every rep. At this point, my chest was completely knackered from the flat bench presses and the incline bench presses, on top of the soreness that I was feeling from yesterday's bench session as well. I'd like to know if you guys prefer me either doing voiceovers or talking on the go, or maybe you like a mixture of both. Regardless, please feel free to leave a suggestion in the comment section.
Damn. That has eliminated my chest.
After absolutely eliminating my chest, I moved on to some dumbbell lateral raises, hammer curls and overhead extensions. Each exercise I performed for 3 sets of 12 reps, each with a weight I could probably do maybe 4 to 5 more reps out of. These exercises that I do outside of bench press and anything chest related are simply to build the stabilizers for a stronger bench press. I know I said in my last video that I'll be more consistent, uploading every other day or even every day, but the holidays caught up to me as well as work. Like you all, I'm sure everyone has set a goal or multiple goals for the year. Mine is to upload every other day, which gives me 1 day to edit the video. Apart from that, any other suggestions on what you would like to see, feel free to leave in the comment section below. Even though I do have a small audience, I do value every subscriber, and I do read all of the comments. So all of the suggestions that you guys put out there, I do take into account. Anyway, that'll be a wrap for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be posting again on Saturday. Until then, have a good one.